Welcome back to the Weco system. Today we got this Steph Curry low taper. I know he used to rock a high taper, but this is how it would look if he added C-cups to it. We're gonna set our first guideline in with the trimmers right at ear level, eyebrow / ear level. It's gonna give us enough room to keep the taper low but make it pop. Now we're going no guard open, and I'm using some JRLs, but I got the Andis Master fade blade on it. So I would get any clipper that has a fade blade on it to do these steps. So now I'm going halfway and I'm gonna go close. As y'all know, my steps is usually open, halfway closed, or open, and then we go straight to close. Now I'm just doing some lever play, opening and closing the blade so that I can get out spots that I see to make my taper more smoother. I will drop a detailing video at a later date. This is the most important part of your taper, because if you mess this up, your whole taper or fade, whatever you're doing, is gonna be messed up. So that's why I spend a lot of time at this exact step. Now I'm taking my 1.5 guard open and I'm just gonna remove some of this bulk. As y'all see, I'm using that right corner of the blade. I'm not really using the whole blade, and I'm closing it up. We just removing some of the bulk out the way so that we can get the fade. Now I instantly go into my 1 guard open, and as y'all see, we dropping down that fade, down fade, hitting that same spot, taking that line out, softening that area up so that we can come back with our 0.5 blade or guard, and coming back with our no guard open and just detailing that one out so that we can get the crispiest transition that we can possibly get. And I believe here I got my 0.5 guard on. I didn't put the guard in the camera, but it would just make sense as to how it's coming out so smoothly. This is more than likely the 0.5 guard or half guard on the second level before close. Now I got the no guard open on my JRLs. These JRLs do have the regular Andis Master blade on it, so it has a longer blade, longer teeth that allow me to detail like this and play with the lever. And as y'all know, lever play is what really transform your haircuts. Now I'm going back with the 2 guard to remove out the rest of that bulk and smooth the taper in to the rest of the hair. We didn't cut his hair down because we didn't need to. We just wanted to do a taper. So I would say the top is at a 2, so that's why I'm stopping my blend at a 2 so that we can connect the taper to the actual haircut. And all I'm doing now is just down fading, spot hitting, because we already got the bases of the taper laid out. Now it's about going in and detailing it to get it how I want it. Now when fading the beard, is gonna be the same steps in reverse. Basically, we got the clipper with the fade blade, no guard open. Then we're gonna come and debulk the beard with a 2 guard open, and y'all just see me flip it to close. And we attacking just that small line right there, 1.5, hitting that same line, open, close, knocking it out, connecting the taper with the beard, going 1 guard, hitting that same line, open. Y'all gonna see me close it up, boom. And more than likely gonna go 0.5 with it. Yeah, I indeed ended up going 0.5, and it's like the second level before close, and we knocking out that line right there. Now all we gotta do is grab our clipper with the fade blade and just fade that initial line out.
Shit pumping, man.
And also, sometimes going back in with your trimmers is not a bad thing, because it's easy to take the line out with the trimmers as well. And any of the darker spots you see in the beard on the fade is because he uses hair dye, so his skin is stained, so don't think it's just not blended. Now same rules apply for the other side, but there is a portion of this side that I'm gonna chime back in on when it's the proper time, because it is a slight difference and it could drastically make or break your haircut. So right here, the hairs grow in different directions. Some of them grow backwards, some of them grow up, some of them grow down. So we have to debulk it, but we have to cut it in the right way so that it doesn't gap or take too much hair off. We still want to keep it dark, but we want to smooth it out so that we don't have such a curly surface and canvas. So in this situation, you have to utilize going against the grain with bigger guards and going with the grain with smaller guards. Quick hairline analysis, he has 2 light corners, so what we have to do is take some of the weight down in the middle and be careful when lining up those corners. It's really pretty much simple. So I'm using a 1 guard with the grain to knock down that weight, still keeping it dark, but I'm just knocking the weight off of it. And now I'm moving a little further back with my 2 guard open, just because we didn't cut it down at all, so I don't know what length it is. I'm just fading it 1 guard open in with the 2 guards so that it can kind of blend and transition a little better. And if you're new here, we always do a hairline prep with shaving cream and a hot towel and holding spray, and you're going to see why it's so important that I use these steps very soon. Just stay tuned. Now while we got that front hairline drying, we're gonna go in and do our back taper, setting our guideline in. Where you see the bottom of the ear is at, that's pretty much where I'm putting this taper in. And now we're gonna take our clipper with the fade blade open, same steps as the side taper in the beard, and we're gonna fade that out halfway, close, blend it out as best we can, do our detailing. Now we got our 1.5, taking out some of that weight above where we just was working at, getting ready for our transition to the 1 guard, then to our 0.5 guard. And I might freestyle here and there, but for the most part, I'm staying in the same area and just creating my fade through my guards. It's really not that difficult. The most difficult part is developing that barber's eye to be able to detail, because detailing really gives your cut character. Now you're about to see why the hairline prepping is very important. It makes it so much easier on your trimmers. I'm not gonna say much until we get to them C cups. Now all C cups are different, but for the general rule that I have, it's always gonna be a downward curve. So I'm gonna set my initial guideline in right here at the top of this box, and I'm gonna just downward curve it. It's not going straight back towards the ear. It's dropping every stroke. It's dropping lower. You know what I'm saying? It's not going straight back and straight down. It's a downward curve. It's a line that's dropping downward. So this is how that jump look. No beard line, no razor, no enhancements. Just prepping and great clipper work. So now we're gonna go and do our beard line. Just keep it up high. Follow the natural line, but always ask your clients what do they prefer, because some people say drop it, some say keep it up high, some don't want to cut it all. Always consult your client before you dig into their beard. If you're not familiar with your razor, especially on your hairlines, get real familiar with it. It brings more longevity to the cut, and it helps get all this stubble to make the hairline pop out more. Pro tip, always knock the weight down around the ear line up so that you can have a crispy finish. Now this C cup is going to be different from the other side because we have to tread lightly because of the way that the hair grows. So we're just going to make it as prominent as we can get it, but we're not going to dig into it too much and push it back or irritate the skin. We're just going to make sure that it's there, it's visible, but we're not going to really irritate the situation anymore. You know what I'm saying? The hair grows in different directions, so we just want to be cautious with it. But that was a Steph Curry low taper haircut tutorial. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any comments, of course, go to the comment section below and tell me what you think and tell me what other videos you would like to see. Also, follow me on Instagram at WHEATHEAD_, and you can DM me some of your work, tag me in your work, you know what I'm saying, DM me and let's connect.
HP, this shit pumping, man.